Hey guys and girls, Tom Panos here, end of the day. I've just got home. I had a last auction at 4:30, which is the one that you would have seen if you've been following the auctions today, and that was in Ryde that I did with Alan and Ash. And two properties I had were withdrawn today, and there were quite a number of properties that got sold prior. So my total results of auctioning today were 13 auctions scheduled, and 11 have sold. Out of the 13, two have been withdrawn. Both those properties were in Hunters Hill. So a couple of things that I want to mention. The first thing I want to let you know is for that last property, a lot of people sent me private messages to ask me what was actually said to the highest bidder to get them to increase their own bidding from $2,120,000 to $2,150,000. Hi to everyone that's come on. So if you actually watch the video, you'll notice that I've gone in, I've spoken to the vendors, I've come out with Alan and Ash, and I've spoken to the buyer. And I want to let you know, here's my approach with increasing highest bids from the highest bidder. The first thing is, I make sure that I set the tone right at the outset. And right at the outset, I actually make it super clear that there's going to be no movement on that reserve price, whether there is or not. I make it super clear. I want to set the tone. I'd have the anchor on how the conversation's going to go. I think a lot of real estate agents show up, and what they'll do is they'll show the reserve price and they'll say, oh, look, don't worry, we can try and work there. That is not my approach. My approach is that, hey, I want to let you know that you are the highest bidder at the moment, but the way it's going to probably work out is that if we can't sell this property at the number that I'm going to show you, we're all going to go home. I'm going to go watch the soccer. You're going to go home and tell your partner that you were the highest bidder and that you never bought it. And then you're going to have to actually play a game of luck and then decide what's going to happen on Monday or Tuesday when we've exhausted all post-auction bids and also looked at for sale inquiry on real estate and domain.com. I want to make it very clear. The second thing I want you to understand also is this, that we probably won't be advising our owners to take anything under the number that's written here, because we actually think that this reserve has been set based on comparable sales, and we think that it's good buying for you. And also the energy level and the body language that you must have when you're actually having these conversations is to be super clear that you're prepared to walk away. That is what's needed in a negotiation. There's, a great book on negotiation that says the person, Herb Cohen, the person who cares most about the negotiation is normally the one that loses in a negotiation. A couple of other things that I want to talk about, and the great work by Alan and Ash too. Actually, I've got so many people there interested in that property. Couple of other things. There was an article that I actually got asked by News Corp to write, which I did, and you're going to see it across News Corp publications this week. The digital one's already online. I might actually put a photo of it on my social media, and that is that I do believe that vendors are starting to think that they've won the lottery, when in fact what's actually happening is we've got a balloon up in the sky looking like it's a hot market, but I've said it before, there's a little bit of hot air leaving that balloon. If you look at it very closely, you'll see that the heat in the last 2 weeks has eased off a little bit. The results are still there, but we're seeing a few more sold prior. We're seeing a few more withdrawals. We're seeing the bidding denominations come down a bit. Fear of loss is sort of starting to leave a little bit. Results are still happening, but I'm letting you know, if you look at the demand and supply graph on CoreLogic RP data or SQM research, stock is flying in. I think that if at the moment you're a vendor that's thinking of selling, you'd be crazy not to get a deal done in the next few weeks, because I think you're going to be selling in multiple competition in the next month or two. This is going to be one of the highest turnover winter periods that we're going to have in living memory. It is very, very, very clear. There's no pause button happening, and sellers are going to have the fear of missing out. Fear of missing out the height of the marketplace. So guys and girls, the results are still looking good, but when you look closer, you'll begin to realize that not everything is going crazy as it used to be. Lisa Novak's just confirmed what I've just said, and I've spoken to a number of auctioneers and agents. So all I'm saying is, this is good news. We want a real estate market that's got high turnover. We get paid on turnover. We want a marketplace that is a more balanced marketplace, and we also want a marketplace. Mark Sully, great agent, sells 130, 140 properties a year. He's saying it, right? Guys and girls, the panic has gone. Guys and girls, I'm going to sign off. Have a great night. I'm having a beer.